Alright, welcome back. More Hytale, more building my castle. It's me, Kaku Comics, or Hero of the Heart. And, yeah, right into it. Just right into it, as soon as the world's, done loading. So, exciting news! As of the recording today, March 3rd. Yeah, big contest, big prizes, wild prizes. Free categories. Modding contest. Hytale. Yes, yes. $100,000 total prize pool. $10,000 for top places in any category. Most importantly, job scouting. So, right away, we're going to do the castle. We're going to do the castle. Oh gosh, I need to... Right, so that's open there. And we need to open this up here. Yeah, let's get this underside done first. Top priority. Pardon. Okay. Right. You know what? I probably should have just done this before. Yeah. Because actually it would be quite appropriate for it to be more like... I probably should make this be, moss stone. Ah. I don't have access to moss stone stairs. I could try to mod that in later, but at the same time, it's whatever. Priority 1 is just getting the castle going. Getting the map going. Oh wow. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna be copy pasting that a lot. Let me just get right to that then. Alt E. Alt E. Alt E. So one of the things I might want to actually try and learn how to do is multi-world stuff. Like having sub-worlds and stuff, kind of like how we've already got the Forgotten Temple. That would be actually kind of an important thing to do, especially for a map like this one. Because, for those rare few people who've actually played my original version of the Tale of Sunsword map, you know, I had an entire dungeon, basically in its own custom dimension. I had the subspace junction. That was a place you could go to for fast traveling across the map. Main fast travel method. But also it was where you could go to buy artifacts that you've already previously acquired. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do some special architectural shenanigans here. Right. And I do mean shenanigans, because I don't fully know what I'm doing, architecturally speaking. All I know is that I gotta do what I gotta do now. Because, hoo boy, wild prizes. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the entire day to really do all this stuff I want to be doing. But, you know what? I've got 2 months. And as long as I make the most of that 2 months, generally speaking, I should be able to do something worthwhile and possibly even impressive. And that's the main thing. I gotta do something impressive. Something that'll capture an audience. I also gotta tone down my fly speed a little bit while I'm doing all this. I think that's okay. Alright, and then up here... Yeah, always the fun part, doing this bit. Okay. So that's the main... Yeah, main bit of what I gotta be doing. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna make all this connect. Considering I don't have a proper corner piece there. I mean... See, if we think about... So the tower won't be resting directly on top of another pillar. Unless I put a pillar right there, which would be obstructing the pathway. But the idea with vaulted ceilings like this is that you're spreading out the weight of whatever is on top to your entire structure system here. So, you know, big forest of pillars, for one. Thick walls on both sides, and beyond this box of walls, this is going to be a reinforced plateau, man-made. So there's going to be tons upon tons of mass, like thousands of tons of mass that would be, holding everything in place down here. So it would come down to the internal structuring of everything. And okay, we could probably lean a little bit on the leniency of, my magic system or whatever. I don't want to fully lean into it, but it's not out of the question. Because I do also want this to at least seem like it could be a self-supporting castle for its structural integrity. Alright, so... going like this. Yeah, I think that'll work out. It's gonna be a little funny, but let's see what happens here, because this is gonna be... Yeah. So it slots in like that. Might actually end up being somewhat square. At least here. On these sides, they're gonna be rectangles, but what can you do? Okay, and then... Ah, crap. Ah, no, I botched one slight detail. That's awesome. Sarcasm, sorry. That's okay, I can just patch it up right quick. Okay, so remember, that's why you gotta double check sometimes. And yeah, that's one of the main things, especially for the category I'm going to be aiming for with the competition. Details, quality, polish, all of it. And that's areas that I personally like to focus on for what I do. So yeah, all checks out. I just gotta be on my A game, like, more than ever. Gotta be on my A game. Gotta be worth being seen. All right. So, right. Up here. Yeah, it's a little bit more close together. Because it's not gonna have enough room. Unless I go like this. And then that gives it more room to spread the weight. I just go with it like that? Doesn't feel satisfying. Doesn't feel right. Shoot. I can't just make it be a corner piece either. I might very well have to just go. Oh, that's gonna be rough. I think I do just gonna have to go it like this. Yeah. Might not be the prettiest, but that's kind of what I have to do, I think. Alright. So now, go back to this part. Yeah, so. Oops. Slightly off. Okay, and then that'd be also over here. And then we'd have another pillar here. Pillar here. That's a... Okay, that's a 7 block gap, and then another 5, and then another 5. Alright. I might be able to manage with that. So if those are just 5s, then I can probably just go and... Alt E. Is that right? I think so. Alt E, R, E. All right. Oh. Okay. Alt E. How did you place that wrong? No, wait, was that correct? Yeah, it was. Okay. Alt E, R. E. Okay. Okay, and that should be all good, right? I think so. Okay, and then... if you don't mind letting go of that, thank you. Oh boy, so now we've got all this. Okay. Right. You know, I can also just copy the pillar structure from here. Alt E. Should be okay, right? It's just now we've got this spot here that I'm gonna have to fix up. Okay. No, I suppose I could also just well, I can at least grab the pillar structure like this. Put that also just there. Okay, and then I can just kind of do the usual. Some minor things by hand to make sure it all fits snug. Not to worry. Honestly, what am I doing? I can just do that. I don't need to do extra funky block placements. I've got forced rotations. Okay, this looks... Did I mess something up? Ah, yeah, I kinda slightly did. That needs to be a full block. Alright. Not to worry then. Ah, so we need to grab that. Put that there. Grab it again and put that there. We need to delete that. Honestly, I'm not off, am I? Oh, right, because it doesn't replace blocks with air unless I set a editor void or editor empty. All right. I do believe, yeah, these guys have wrong block. All right. Oh, and don't forget about. So that's minor inconvenience. Minor inconvenience. Slightly more than minor inconvenience. Let's see, so that's like, yeah. Okay, you're fine under there at least. Alright, and then... Okay, and then now we want that out of the way. So that's going to be there. Honestly, you can just grab this. Control, or sorry, Alt E. Get that in there. Okay, now we've got these. Oh, my bad. I should have just grab all that. Okay. Now the fun part. We get to do the wonky stuff. Yay! Oh wait, so this 4x4 section I can just grab from over here first. That's an awesome time to be getting a Discord ping. At the moment, I simply can't check it. Because I'm busy doing this. Alt E. Not there. We want it here. Make sure everything checks out. I think I'm slightly off center. There we go. paste that. What in the... Okay. I just gotta make sure you're careful with the copy pasting stuff. Powerful tool, but it can make a mess if you're not careful. Or even when you are careful, honestly. Okay, so we're having a hybrid of this and that now. With the rectangular ribbed, yeah, ribbed, you know what it's called, arching, I think. Yeah, vaulting, ribbed vaulting. Okay. So it's like that, gotcha. And then, right, so, yeah, this direction, it goes like this. And then, yeah, basically like this. There's the lighting being a little silly. Don't mind it. Okay, so yeah, it kind of goes out like that. Okay, kind of like that. And then we can... I mean, if anyone's wondering why I have to take my get off the select tool, it's because I'm decades of playing Minecraft. I'm used to having my keybinds a certain way with Minecraft, and Hytale has a similar control scheme. So Minecraft, for over a decade, I've had my sneak key be on R. Partly because I prefer that, prefer having my shift key be my sprint key. Okay, so we got this place. Okay, yeah, that's about right. And, yeah, now we've got a bunch of tools that are expecting me to have the default keybinds, which I just don't do that. So I have to be mindful of what I do with my key presses in general. Kind of just a, you know, just how I live sort of thing. Not much they could really do about the way I've been playing Minecraft for a decade. Over a decade, I think. Right, so that there. And then put it like that. And over here, it's all steps. And then from there, it goes boom, 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 boom. I just love how I can casually just grab something and paste it. You could not do that in Minecraft. In Minecraft, I mean, okay, pardon. So, I have used world edits on Minecraft servers before. That's before I actually got full on into, you know, properly trying to make adventure maps in Minecraft. So the thing is though, yeah, I'm used to, because I know a lot of people have used a lot, you know, external tools and stuff for the longest time with Minecraft. I never did that. So for like Tale of Sunsword and stuff, and even like, especially like my oldest adventure map I've actually, you know, had and made, Veil of Spirits. I've used purely what was available within vanilla Minecraft itself for creative mode, and so on my last version of Tale of Sunsword, I was doing a lot of heavy lifting using fill commands and command blocks that repeat fill commands on my location to essentially turn myself into a, you know, a terrain brush. Before that, on the original Tale of Sunsword and with Veil of Spirits, I didn't even have that figured out. All I did back then was, oh gosh, back then what I did was I just used structure blocks to copy paste segments of stuff, and hang on, there you go. Yeah, I would copy paste segments of stuff. Like, so main example, like Veil of Spirits, you know, a lot of that map, you know, boundary is literally just I made like a 12 tall or, you know, 15 tall or however many blocks tall pillar of dirt that I just used as the, you know, base for a wall boundary, and I just copy pasted that with structure blocks to make the boundaries of the map within the overworld. Never was a little different because that was easier to self-contain, since it never didn't use the super flat terrain that I was using for the map. But the super flat terrain I had because, you know. But yeah, so the longest time I've been basically using very subpar tools. Let me actually try a little goofy, silly. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, so that did just kind of fill in a bunch of stuff. Oh, wait. I do kind of need to... What the heck? Oh. The amount of editor empties kind of messy. I'm just gonna wipe them all out. Where's my command? I might have this backwards. Okay, no, I got it right. Okay, so that gets all that crap out of the way. Now I can go in and do this. There shan't even be a crystal there. Right, because this is supposed to be the corner. Okay. That's that taken care of. Now I just gotta waterlog everything. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like add so many things modding wise for my map, and just for the Sloc Gorm core mod as well. I mean, they're kind of hand in hand anyways. I might end up using both the map and the mod for submissions though. Alright, so... Okay, I need to get this in order. Alright, and then... well, hang on. So all that, I basically just need to... how far? Oh yeah, I need to copy quite a bit. Let's copy it one section at a time. Okay, is that all the way in? I think so. Ooh. There. Alt E, R, E. Find the section of wall I need to put it in. Okay, okay. That looks like that's where it needs to go. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Nice! Okay, now I can just take this big freaking corner here and more or less just put it everywhere I need it to be. I'll go ahead and just take the entire corner. Getting all the floor. Let's get it all the way down. Yep. And now we get it all the way up. Alright. Alt E. It's a big mass of stuff, so of course it's going to be a bit laggy. But that's just how it is. Alright, I think it's R that way. Nope. There we go, that way. Back to E. Now I just gotta line it up. Let's see. And command, and boom. Oh. I should have, should get rid of all the grass blocks here, since they're not going to get edited away properly otherwise. Let's see, where's the... There we go. Gone. And then... copy all this all over again. I really should probably just, yeah, do the copy pasting and then clear stuff away. That's my top priority. But oh well. I think that's about right. Copy it. paste, Alt E. I don't even care about having the grass blocks there or not. Sorry if it's a little jittery. Okay. R E. Okay, that's not lined up. I'm missing a little bit. Oh well. Lines up, so all good. Okay, now get all the corridor stuff taken care of. I think I should do the corridor on land separate from the water. So grab all this. Because this is kind of a lot. That's the desired depth. Push it in. Yeah, that much should do. And does it get all the way to... Let's get it all the way here just to be sure. Alt E. E. Oh, wrong arrow. Where'd you go? I grabbed the blue one on accident. Okay, so I gotta line it up that way just a little bit more. Is it lined up? One more block. Okay, I have to let them know I'm busy. Ah. Okay, so I might actually have more time to do stuff today. Airplane passing over. Don't mind that. Okay. I probably should fix up the matter of, yeah, this doorway here. Actually, I think I can just copy-paste the doorway I have here. Although, again, yeah, fix it up first. Oh shit, did I do the crystal properly over here? Nope. No, I did not. And that's gonna be on every corner, so I gotta patch that up. Because I want it to look very inconspicuous, because, like, you know, that one, you know, it all mostly looks the same. You've got this one little bit where it has to extend a little extra because math. And someone paying attention will definitely notice. But it's not going to be an eyesore because it blends in with the rest of the sea of, yeah, pillars and stuff. Okay. So that's that. Alright. Right, I needed to get the doorway because I'm just missing the doorway at the moment. And I need to actually make it, like, pretty too. Alright, so... Honestly, you probably just, leave them like that on this side. Alright. Alt E. Might be a little silly for me. E. Is this it? That looks about right. Right, because of, yeah, it is. What the heck? Where's my... Oh. I gotta recopy some stuff. Ain't that cute? Watch where I'm punching. Okay. Alt E. R. E. Which side are we looking? R. E. Okay, let's slide along this way. Alt E, R. Make it the crystal on the right side. E. Got it all the way over here. And move it over here. Boom. Okay. So now I just gotta, let's see, I gotta get wall fixes along here. So that'll be simple. I just kind of grab all this. Yeah, that much. And then I don't even have to mess around with it all that much. I can literally just copy paste it here, and since it's one block thick, I don't even have to rotate it to drag it all the way over here. Along. And paste. And then Alt E, R, rotate. 90 degrees, E. Drag it along. Up there. Okay, where's my opening? There we go. Alt E. And paste. Alright. So that's that, and then now I can see here. We want to get all of this going. I do also want to get the water, but first things first, the landing. I want to do it in smaller chunks so I'm not lagging the shit out of my computer. Which way is it rotated? Okay, good. Right after the wall. Oh, I didn't copy far enough down. Whoops. No worries. Okay. So, right, I need to actually... Yeah, slightly more work, but oh well. Alt E R rotate E. I got facing the correct direction. There. Fits in nice and snug. Boom. Done. Now I just need the water portion, all the walls and stuff. So that would be about here. Alt E R E Oh, wait. Yeah, that way. E Okay. Now I just gotta line it up. Double checked it. It's connected both sides. Okay, okay. Paste. Remove the editor empties. Alt E. Rotate. E. Make sure it's all connected. Perfect. Alright, alright. Okay, we got some editor empties here to clear out. So we'll just take care of that real quick. You know what, we can just like grab the entire area, why don't we? The game can actually handle this. Unbelievable, like, compared to Minecraft, unbelievable, but yeah, the game can just handle doing this. Alright. I don't even care how down it goes, as long as it gets all the way down. Ah, I missed. I missed the grass because I was slightly too low. Okay. And how about that? Only other thing I can do for this layer of the castle would be to add in the intake system. And I can't really do that right now, partially because I just need to actually mod in sanguinated water has a thing that the stuff can use. This is a little bit uneven, otherwise it's fine. But it's specifically just a square that's uneven. Right. I can worry about that later. For now, I think I'm gonna call this an episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.